How do you get a high score in the speaking section of IELTS? Part of the answer to this important question lies in understanding the scoring system. When you understand the scoring system, you can build the skills that directly impact the way your score is calculated. So stay with me in this video and watch through it to the end, then you will know exactly what skills you need to develop that have a direct impact on how your speaking test is scored. This video is going to be very useful for anyone who is taking general training and academic IELTS. Let's begin with the 4 areas that affect your scoring. Number 1 is fluency and coherence. Number 2 is lexical resource. That means your vocabulary. Number 3 is grammatical range and accuracy. And lastly, because this is speaking, number 4 is pronunciation. Now, IELTS do publish some public information about the scoring system, and I'll put a link in the description below so that you can download what is called the public band descriptors if you really want to read the technical details. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the skills you can practice related to each of these 4 criteria. Let's start with number 1, fluency and coherence. Now, fluency and coherence is all about how much you speak and how well your ideas are connected. So the first thing is to keep talking. Say as much as you can. And you can practice this. For every example question that you get, try and just practice thinking and saying as much as you can on the topic. Here is a little tip to help you keep talking. You need to get yourself energized. Feel energetic and extrovert. I'm sure if you really want to talk, then you can. So kind of get yourself in an active mindset before you do any speaking practice. Now, the second element of fluency and coherence is coherence. This is how you join your ideas together. For this, the best way is to keep it quite simple, and I recommend something I call the 1, 2, 3 approach. The 1, 2, 3 approach simply says that when you say 1 point, when you make 1 point, you should also add 1, 2 or 3 more things to this. Don't jump around and move on to the next idea. Add 1, 2 or 3 things. Now, this approach will help you to keep talking, and it will help you to get into the habit of organizing your answers in terms of 1, 2 and 3. For fluency and coherence, what the examiner does not want is for you to jump around randomly from one topic to another topic. Criteria number 2 is lexical resource. As I said earlier, this is all about the vocabulary that you use in your speaking test. Make sure that you impress the examiner with as much vocabulary as you can throw at him. So the key here is to use interesting vocabulary. If you just use regular vocabulary that every English learner knows in the beginning of their studies, you will only get to about 6 in your score. To get higher than 6, interesting vocabulary is essential. So the basic point here is to work on growing your vocabulary. Now, this is quite a long topic, so I will recommend another video that I have made for this channel about how to grow your vocabulary using the 5-step ECURU, that is expose, capture, understand, remember and use. Check the video out, it's going to really help you with your vocabulary growth. And then we have grammar as the third criteria in what affects your speaking score. So with grammar, we have two things. We have the range of structures using simple sentences, that is just sentences with a subject, verb and object. That will give you a limited score. If you want to improve your score, you need to use complex structures. These are sentences that are more than just subject, verb, objects, and they have phrases within the sentence. Complex structures are, of course, a lot longer than simple sentences. And then, of course, when you start trying to use complex structures, you need to think about the mistakes. Now, when the examiner analyzes your grammar, the examiner considers how many mistakes you make, and also if you make any serious mistakes that affect communication, or if you make mistakes related to basic sentence structures. Unfortunately, there is no quick fix for grammar. It's all about doing grammar exercises, making sure that you can talk about things in the past, the present, and the future. My main suggestion is to do a few grammar practice exercises. I like the book Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy. Take a look at that one if you want to purchase it. It explains important grammatical structures and gives you exercises. The last area is pronunciation. So the basic fundamental part of pronunciation is how easily can someone understand you when you speak English. If people can understand you, then you're going to be getting about a 6. For scores higher than 6, you need to show the examiner that you can use the subskills of pronunciation. Here are the subskills. The first one is stress. That is the words you stress in a sentence, and also the parts of a word that you stress. In English, we tend to stress the words that are important when we are making a sentence, when we are describing or telling someone something. The second subskill is intonation, that is rising and falling tones to indicate a positive attitude or a negative attitude. Intonation is also used in questions. And the next skill is speed of speech, whether you speak too slowly or too fast. Don't speak too slowly, and also don't speak too fast. The key here is to listen to yourself talking and then just basically ask yourself, am I speaking too fast or too slowly? And then try and make an effort to change your speed of speech. Obviously, medium speed is the best. Related to speed of speech, the next subskill is your rhythm. And rhythm is about where you stop and start as you say something. For example, if I am stopping and starting like this, you can hear that the rhythm is broken. And then finally, we have the individual sounds of English. This can cause problems depending on what your first language is. With the sounds of English, it's really a case of knowing what the sounds are and then trying to practice them. Pronunciation is a big topic and I can't cover everything in one YouTube video. However, I do recommend that you try using some text-to-speech AI tools and just listen to how the AI produces the text and then try and copy it and just mimic the pronunciation as best you can. Now that you know the areas that you need to focus on, you also need to assign some time to work on improving these skill areas. I suggest that you allocate 5 to 10 minutes where you focus only on one of the areas that I've mentioned. Only on fluency and coherence. Spend 5 to 10 minutes developing and growing your vocabulary. Another 5 to 10 minutes on building your grammar through grammar exercises. And then finally, spend another 5 or 10 minutes of your study session working on pronunciation. Just look at each area alone first, and then you'll find that actually those skills will start to merge to create a full score. Remember that the examiner will give you scores for each of these 4 areas, so it's important that you do practice each one. Also, remember that this is a process. Continual practice will help you step by step to improve in these areas. It's not something that you're going to master just through one study session. Alright then, let me just summarize what we've covered in this video. Practice fluency and coherence by keep talking and using the 1, 2, 3 approach. Grow your vocabulary with ECURU, do grammar exercises, and try and develop the sub-skills of pronunciation. Let me know in the comments what you think. How do you prepare for the speaking test? Which skills do you think are most difficult for you? If you put any questions in the comments, I'll be happy to help you with the best answer that I can give. And if you liked this video, of course, remember to subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I am always uploading useful videos that tell you exactly how to improve your score in IELTS, and it's all completely free. You just need to do the YouTube thing. Thank you very much when you do that. IELTS Breakthrough is a YouTube channel where we provide tips and strategies for students and professionals who are going to study at an international university or improve their career prospects. IELTS Breakthrough has advice and coaching for the life skills, the academic, and the general training versions of IELTS. Thank you very much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing your comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, morning, weekend, afternoon, whatever you are doing. Thank you.